Okay, good evening, folks. Today is Thursday, July 24th, and we are at 6:32. Brian, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. DeMeglio, Mr. Grippo, Dr. Hopkins, Ms. Inocencio, Mr. Jackson,
Here.
Ms. LaCourte, Ms. Maris,
Here.
Mr. Parker,
Here.
Ms. Singh.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Awesome. Can you also read the Open Public Meetings Act, please?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, Sunshine Law, copies of this public meeting notice were sent to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, the Franklin Reporter, Tap into Franklin Township Clerk Manager, district schools, offices, and associations, PTO presidents, and posted on the district website.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to move into confidential?
So moved.
Moved by Jimmy. Can I get a second? Seconded by Walter. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We're going to adjourn to confidential session for the purpose of discussing confidential matters, including a workers' compensation settlement, a special education settlement, and a student matter. Minutes of the confidential session will be made public when the reason for confidentiality no longer exists. We'll be back at 7:30 for regular session. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We are still on Thursday, July 24th. It's 7:30 p.m. We are back from confidential session for the purpose of discussing confidential matters, including a workers' compensation settlement, a special education settlement, and a student matter. Minutes of the confidential session will be made public when the reason for confidentiality no longer exists. If you are able, please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Jimmy, can you lead us, please?
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Walter, if you can read the mission statement, please.
Sure. Franklin Township Public School embraces its diversity, fosters excellent educational innovation, and empowers all students to achieve their highest potential.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda, please? Moved by Nancy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Walter. All in favor? Thank you. And we are going to begin with a presentation for the Spring 2025 NJGPA and Access results with a voiceover by Dr. Daniel Logren, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, who could not be here today with us. So let's spend a few minutes listening to him and pay your attention to the slideshow.
This is Dan Lochran, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. I'd like to present the NJGPA results at this time. The NJGPA is a state graduation proficiency test that's administered to all 11th graders and to any 12th grade students who did not previously pass the assessment. The NJGPA is designed to measure the extent to which students are graduation ready in English, language arts, and mathematics. Readiness is reported separately for each content component. The ELA component is aligned to the grade 10 standards. The mathematics component is aligned to Algebra 1 and geometry standards. Students who take but do not meet the minimum score of 725 on each component will have the opportunity to receive additional supports and may take the following steps. Retake the ELA and/or mathematics components of the NJGPA in the following summer or fall. Meet a designated cut score from the menu of substitute competency tests, or complete a portfolio appeal. Taking a look at the percentage of our students who met the cut score this spring in grade 11 or grade 12 if they didn't previously pass it, 77.2% of our students in the ELA met that cut score, which was pretty close to the number who met it last year, and was pretty close to the state average of 80.7. In mathematics, our numbers are slightly below. 44.2% met the cut score this spring, whereas 46% did last year. It's a bit further away from the state average of 58%, and we're looking at ways in which our students can do better so that they don't have to do those other steps like take alternative assessments or do the portfolio appeals to graduate on time. In English language arts, again, looking at the blue column, which represents 2024 performance on NJGPA, and the gold bar, which represents the 2025 assessment. There's the overall for all students, 77 to 77. Multilingual learners performed slightly higher, as did students with IEPs. Economically disadvantaged and students with 504 dipped percentage-wise below last year. Again, these are different students at different times, but as a school, that's our performance there. So when we're talking about demographic groups, Hispanic or Latino, slight dip from last year. Similarly, Asian students, slight dip from last year. However, Black students, white students, and students of two or more races did slightly better on this year's performance. When considering male and female students percentage-wise slightly better this year than last year, and male students slight dip from last year to this year. So notable achievements, again, we maintained a fairly steady percentage. Students with IEPs did better by 7.7%, and multilingual students also increased percentage-wise by 3.2%. Intervention strategies, well, this year's primary focus was differentiating instructional practices to enhance success rates across all subcategories. The significant improvements in graduation readiness among MLs and students with IEPs demonstrates the effectiveness of this approach. And next year we will continue to strengthen our explicit vocabulary instruction, training teachers in sheltered instruction techniques, and leveraging small group instruction to provide targeted interventions. When looking at the math assessment again, a slight dip from last year, 46 to 44%. However, our multilingual learners did significantly better. Our students who are economically disadvantaged did better on the math assessment. Our students with IEPs did better on the assessment. And our students with 504 plans also did better percentage-wise on the assessment. Looking at demographic groups, Hispanic and Latino students did slightly better, as did white students, whereas Asian, Black, and students of two or more races percentage-wise didn't do as well as we did last year. When looking at male and female students in math had a fairly significant drop of 7%. And male students, percentage-wise, again, these are not the same students each year, did better than last year. So students with IEPs who are graduation ready increased by 4.7%. Students with 504s increased by 7.5%, and multilingual students increased by 5.1% compared to last year. So, similar to ELA, this year's focus was differentiating instructional practices to enhance success rates across all student subcategories. And while overall graduation readiness levels and average scores slightly declined, the significant improvements in graduation readiness among students with IEPs demonstrates the effectiveness of differentiated instructional strategies implemented this year. So in summary, while the overall percentage of student success was slightly lower, the targeted efforts in differentiated instruction have notably improved graduation readiness for diverse student groups highlighting areas of success and opportunities for further improvement. And when a student does not meet the graduation requirement via state testing or alternative assessments, the student can graduate using a portfolio constructive response task method. For additional information on this assessment, if you'd like to speak with the supervisor of secondary English, please email Dr. Kanika Chopra. If you wish to speak about the math assessment, please email Miss Christina Cardozo. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to be in contact with me at the email address listed below. So looking at our Access for ELS results in the spring 2025, the Access for ELS is a suite of assessments used as a tool to measure English language proficiency annually to all K-12 students identified as English language learners. It monitors student progress in learning academic English. And essentially there are 6 performance levels: entering, emerging, developing, expanding, bridging, and reaching. So looking at overall performance of K-12, first it's worthy to note over here on the right-hand side of the slide that 47 of our students in K-12 passed an assessment mid-year, and 100 more students passed the assessment at end of year, so that 147 of our students have exited the program as a result of access and other criteria that enables them to exit the ESL program. So that said, 22.9% of our students are considered in the entering, 21.9% are emerging, 32.8% are developing, 19% are expanding, and 3.2% are bridging, and 0.2% are reaching. Again, a score of a 4.5 plus some other criteria allows a student to exit the ESL program. This is a similar slide. It simply breaks it out in grades K through 5. And this is a similar slide that breaks out those numbers for 6 through 12. Notable achievements: in spring of this year, 147 students exited the program, which is 34 more students than the number who exited the program last year. The statistic is even more impressive when considering that fewer students took the access this year compared to the number taking the assessment last year. Strategic small group instruction was and will continue to be utilized by ESL and bilingual teachers to differentiate instruction and meet multilingual students' diverse needs and varied learning styles. And for the school year 25-26, MLs in the bilingual program will benefit from fully staffed bilingual homerooms where bilingualism as a resource continues to be utilized to increase native language literacy and aid students in building the cross-linguistic bridge to English, thus increasing English language acquisition. ESL and bilingual curricula across K-12 grade levels is being updated over the summer to reflect culturally and linguistically responsive instruction in which students can see themselves and their cultures reflected, and in which developing academic language continues to be a focus. If you wish to contact our supervisor of bilingual and ESL instruction, please email Ms. Carolina Smith. And if you have any other questions about this presentation, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Any board members have questions on the presentation?
I did, but I sent an email over, so I'll set up a meeting with Dr. Logren.
Yeah, and I'll just comment that, you only have a window of time to present the information once the scores are released. And unfortunately it so happened over the summer when Dr. Dan was also due for his time off from the office. So fortunately, did a wonderful job on the screencast, but unfortunately not here. And certainly, but if they're broad questions, I might be able to help out. Okay, then yeah, I would suggest emailing them directly to Dr. Locker. Great. Yes, please.
Anybody else has questions? Erica? Lori? Bill?
Not really. I think when Dan's here or when we talk about the goals, I'd like to see how everything we just spoke about coincides with the first goal. But we don't have to do it now. It's too involved.
Okay.
But I get, this was a very good presentation. There's incremental growth, and that's a good sign.
Thank you. Walter?
No.
Nancy? Dennis?
Like Jimmy said, I'm going to email Dan directly.
Okay, thank you. So with that, we'll move to our superintendent's report.
Yes, and thank you to Dr. Dan for putting the presentation together even in his absence. He did a great job. Summer programs started earlier this month on July 5th and have been running Monday through Thursday ever since. Things are going well. As anticipated, the programs have been very well attended. We're winding down. Programs will be coming to an end in just a few short weeks. I believe our title programs are ending next week, Nick, isn't that correct? I think, right? And then our ESY Extended School Year program for our population of students that qualify for that will end shortly thereafter. And then we'll really blitz all of the buildings, especially those that had kids in them, because summer cleaning is going well and is underway, especially in schools currently not being utilized for the summer. The repair to the FHS air conditioning piping, which you'll probably hear on one of the facility reports, will soon be underway. We have new units that were put in place. Unfortunately, while the units were being put in place, it was discovered that the aging piping was leaking underground. That's cause now for excavating and replacing some of the piping, which is why all of our programs are being hosted at the middle schools this summer. Typically, it is the high school, but the air conditioning system has been off, and hopefully that piping will be repaired soon. We've got a pretty good handle on it, and we anticipate that it'll be completed in plenty of time for the start of the new school year. There's some ongoing diagnostic work happening on the rooftop of the AC unit at Franklin Park School that cools the main office, guidance area, and nursing area. I'm sure our principal, who's here in the audience, can attest to that. She is getting a free sauna for the summer. But we are working on that, and there is hope that diagnostically we'll get that handled, and we'll be trying to repair that as soon as possible. But more information about that will be available in coming weeks. The Sioux Fall Warrior Student Health Center that we've been all eagerly awaiting its opening, we have been waiting for the electrical service to be hooked up, but given all of the serious storms and whatnot, it's put PSE&G a little behind. But I am being told, and I rode by just a little bit earlier, that earlier this week, PSE&G did do the final connection. I believe electrical inspection is set for Tuesday of next week. So now Mobilease, the contractor who put that all together, will be in to put the finishing touches on the facility, and it will be in time for the new school year so that our Sioux Fall Warrior Student Health Center will be up and running for the start of the school year. Very excited about that. On a technology front, summer maintenance is going. Inventory of student devices is ongoing. The tech team is preparing for the refresh rollout of the new Chromebooks at the start of the new school year. I believe that's still on schedule, and things are going well there. And from the personnel area, finally on the personnel front, final hiring for the 2025-2026 school year is ongoing. I know Colleen has been awfully busy with the hiring process. There's emphasis on filling all of those key instructional and support staff positions in time for the new year. And new staff orientation week is set to happen in mid-August, where we'll focus on district culture, instructional priorities, and community engagement. We're looking forward to welcoming our new staff in mid-August. So that's it for us.
Thank you. For the board president's report, I would like, this is becoming like regular, but would like all of you to join me in a moment of silence as we remember two Franklin warriors who recently passed away. One, a middle school student who was medically fragile, and the other, a district employee of 18 years, Cindy Leisha, food services manager at Pine Grove Manor School. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of Miss Leisha and our middle school student during this difficult time. Please join me. Thank you. In other news, Staff Award. Congratulations to our high school social studies teacher, Anisha Kakkar, who was recently notified that she won a prestigious award for her skillful integration of the Amistad curriculum in social studies at the high school level. She will receive the 2025 Amistad Commission Exemplary Award early next week, which includes a monetary award for Ms. Kakkar and the district. Board retreat. I would like to thank my fellow board members who were able to attend our special meeting earlier this month where we reviewed and discussed the district goals for the upcoming school year. Despite terrible weather, I think the meeting was productive, and I look forward to supporting Dr. Ravalli and his team in their work towards these goals for the next school year. And finally, farewell and safe travels. Next month, the 42nd Regional Support Group, Army National Guard, will be gathering for a special farewell event before they head out for deployment. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank them for their dedication and service and their families for their sacrifice as well. We all together wish you all a safe journey. With that, I would like to ask for a motion to open comments from the public, 5 minutes per speaker, agenda items only. Moved by Nancy. Can I get a second? Seconded by Erica. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, comments from the public, 5 minutes per speaker, agenda items only is now open.
Seeing none, Madam President, I move to close the public session.
Motion to close by Bill. Can I get a second? Seconded by Nancy. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Comments from the public are now open, and we are on to committee and liaison reports. Can we begin with curriculum? Nancy?
I was going to actually make a motion to have the committee reports just read into the record, so we can waive reading them here.
Okay, if Nancy is making a motion to have the reports read into, and people can go and access them on the website, anyone has any discussion items for the committee reports? Any committee reports that you have read and you have any questions? Jimmy, any questions?
No questions.
Erica?
None, thank you.
Lori?
No questions, thank you.
Bill?
On the liaison reports, could I do that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The bad news is that the Hunterdon County Ed Services Commission that I'm on lost the federal funding for, I'm going back now in time, but the adult high school, the GED programs, all of those great programs that we did for the alternate route type student and adult. So that's a sad day for Hunterdon County. It's a big part of their program. And I just want to express my disappointment in the federal government from some of these ridiculous cuts that are really cutting into people's lives and education. So that's my report.
Thank you. Walter?
No, I'm good.
Nancy? Dennis?
I'm good.
Okay, so then we're on to new business.
All right. Wow, my computer froze. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, I would like the board to make a motion to move R1, monthly reports. M1, minutes of the board meetings. A1, travel and related expense reimbursement. A2, harassment, intimidation, and bullying decision. A3, 2025-2026 school calendar revision. A4, safety and security statement of assurance. A5, student safety data report. A6, code of conduct. A7, AKA CHIPP program. A8, 2025-2026 PE budget. A9, special education settlements. A10, certification in support of policy 2270. A11, revised policy second reading. A12, revised regulations. A13, facility use. A14, memorandum of agreement, Bright Smiles, Bright Future program, which is very dear for me. Colgate does a wonderful job with that. I'm going to table A15 to the end. A16, IDEA grant submissions. A17, resolution in opposition to the construction and installation of proposed compressor station 206. B1, warrants and payrolls. B2, financial reports. B3, contract approval. B4, change orders. B5, FY 2025-26 insurance renewals. B6, state aid reimbursement. B7, appropriation increases. C1, out of district students 2023, 2024, and 2024 and 2025 school year. C2, field trip destinations. C3, field trip applications. C4, FHS and FMS athletic schedules. C5, athletic ticket pricing 2025-2026. C6, NJSIAA fall session start dates. C7, FTPS 2025-2026 emergency plan for virtual and remote instructions. C8, 2025-2026 bilingual program waiver. C9, memorandum of understanding with Zoo Fall Health Center. C10, new textbook. C11, additional summer programs. C12, CTE Perkins grant. P1, working compensation. P2, personnel report number 1 dated July 24th, 2025. And that now back to A15, Madam President.
Let's finish these first. There is a motion on the table for R1, M1, A1 to A14, A16 to A17, B1 to B7, C1 to C12, P1 and P2. Can I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Nancy. Any discussion on any one of these? No, just, we're not doing A15 yet, but the others. Any discussion?
No.
No?
Good.
Brian, can we have roll call on these?
Mr. Grippo? Yes. Dr. Hopkins?
I say yes, if I'm going to abstain from P02 and B02.
Dennis, put your microphone on, please.
I say yes to all except for I'm going to abstain from P2 and B2.
B2?
B. B as in board.
Thank you.
And all the P2, the entire report?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Inocencio?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
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 Yes to all, and I'll abstain from A13A because I work for Greater Somerset County YMCA. A13A. Thank you. And with that, we will now go to A15, which is the board goals for the next school year. Jimmy, I would like to move A15, board goals. Can you start with reading the each goal?
So the following district goals for the 2025-2026 school year have been recommended. Goal 1, promote policies and programs that support academic growth, whole child development, and a passion for learning. Expand innovative college and career technical readiness through industry collaboration initiatives that increase academic rigor and broaden students' future pathways. Goal 2, to recognize, nurture, and invest in talent within our district by providing high-quality, personalized professional development that reflects current and emerging educational needs, including technological advancements in leadership preparation. Support and empower staff to develop self-awareness and relational skills to deepen connections with students and inspire them to develop emotional wellness and lifelong intellectual curiosity. Goal 3, eliminate systemic barriers to equity by promoting diversity, inclusion, and belonging across the FTPS community. Ensure all students have equitable access to the district's curriculum, instruction, and academic programs. Reinforce that discrimination in any form will not be tolerated. Inclusion will remain a core value guiding all aspects of the educational environment. Goal 4, safeguard the well-being of students, staff, and community by implementing targeted wellness programs to address food insecurity and promoting comprehensive physical, mental, and emotional health. Goal 5, strengthen community and stakeholder partnerships to support district needs and promote a vibrant school culture, foster meaningful family engagement, expand extracurricular and co-curricular opportunities that build warrior pride. Goal 6, advance environmental sustainability through education, climate responsibility, and community engagement while supporting each school's pursuit of top-tier sustainable Jersey certification.
Thank
That
you.
concludes the list.
Can somebody second?
I second.
Seconded by Lori. Now we can have a discussion on these goals. Walter, any discussion?
No discussion. I think we did a great job during our meeting to really put these together, really, think about the goals. So I think we did a great job and looking forward to seeing them through. Thanks.
Nancy?
I agree with everything that Walter just said. It was a really productive meeting, and we spent a lot of time wordsmithing and looking at exactly how we wanted to say what we were saying.
Dennis?
I think I wasn't present at the meeting, but seeing like the work in itself is pretty thorough.
Jimmy?
I wasn't there as well. I would agree that it is worded very well. I think the next thing for me is what are the next steps towards implementing some of the procedures and things that we need to achieve the goals. So I think that for me is a question that I would have moving forward.
Erica?
Again, I agree. I was present, and I feel like I'm very happy with the result of our meeting, and I thought it was very productive. Looking forward to seeing these through, as Walter said. Thanks.
Lori?
I'm very pleased with the goals. I was also present, and I feel like it sets the bar exactly where we want it. So I'm very pleased. Thank you.
Bill?
So for the part of the meeting that I was at, it was a very productive meeting. However, due to the emergency situation where our governor notified us twice by text message to evacuate or to stop driving, these goals are very serious. 4 board members were really not present. 2 were absent. 1 tried to get there but was deterred by the flooding. That's co-president or vice president Dennis Hopkins. Nick Nabeglio was distracted because his wife was trying to figure out how to get here, and I was helping him into the parking lot. So what does all this mean? I am going to make a motion to table the goals tonight and move them till August. But before that, the 4 people who missed part of this, I'd like to ask the superintendent or Dan Logren to give us a half hour before the next board meeting to discuss the goals in an uninterrupted fashion. I don't have any problem with them, but I want to have a discussion, which I did not have that night. I had anxiety. I was concerned about people's safety. And as a matter of fact, I asked the board president to stop the meeting, but you decided not to, which is fine. And then I left the meeting. So I make a motion that we table the goals and pick them up at the next meeting. I hate to abstain from the goals, but unless I have that half hour, I feel uncomfortable voting for them at this point.
So there is a motion to table these goals. I need a second. Hearing no one.
Is there a second?
Since I don't hear anyone second,
Phone question, just
Yes.
if they are moved, does that inhibit or slow down the process
It
of
does.
the goals being implemented?
it does
for
slow
next
down the
school year?
process because these goals are directly related to giving the goals to our superintendent and the administration, and then they are passed on to the supervisors, the principals of the school buildings, and the work starts right after the goals are approved tonight. Dr. Ravali, you have anything to say?
Well, to put a vote on the table, then I'll second what Bill said, if you want to put a vote on.
So then we'll have to vote. If we get enough votes, then we will have to table. Brian, you want to do a roll call? There's a second by Dennis.
So this is a motion to table the goals until the August meeting.
Correct.
Mr. Grippo,
Yes.
Dr. Hopkins,
Yes.
Ms. Inocencio,
No.
Mr. Jackson,
No.
No.
Ms. Maris,
No.
Parker,
Yes.
Ms. Sims.
No.
Motion failed.
Okay, so we're back to the original. We have the goals. Can somebody move the goals once again? You have that already,
Yes.
right?
Moved by Mr. Parker, seconded by Ms. Mose.
Okay, so can we have a roll call to accept the goals?
Mr. Grippo,
I abstain. At all my years of political service, 4 years on the council, almost 6 years on the Board of Ed, I've never abstained. But I abstained because I feel I had a lack of integrity and participated in these goals properly. Has nothing to do with the goals. I actually think they're excellent. But unless I can have a time to discuss these goals, my vote is abstention.
Dr. Hopkins.
I wasn't there, so I have to abstain.
Ms. Innocence.
Yes.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
Ms. LaCourte.
Yes.
Ms. Maris.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Abstain.
Ms. Singh.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Okay, before we open for comments from the public, I would like to congratulate Ms. Kira Sikorsky as our new vice principal for Franklin Park School. Our Warrior alumni, would you like to come and be the first person to make a comment? Can I get a motion to open for public comment?
So moved.
So second.
Did you get who opened? Okay.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Ravelli, Dr. Lagren, Mr. Bonanno, colleagues, and community members. I am deeply honored to begin my 23rd year in education as the vice principal of Franklin Park School. Throughout my years, I've had the privilege of serving in various roles: classroom teacher, head teacher, district coordinator, school-based green teams, and now vice principal. Each experience has deepened my commitment to our students, families, staff, and school communities. At Franklin Park, we proudly live by our theme, "We thrive at the Hive," celebrating every bee in unity. It's more than a motto. It reflects our collaborative efforts to build a safe, inclusive, and empowering environment for all learners. I look forward to helping sustain this culture by supporting key school initiatives like our continued support on social emotional learning, equity, and meaningful family partnerships. Whether it's through restorative practices, culturally responsive teaching, or parent engagement events, I'm excited to collaborate with our school community to help every student grow and thrive. To my family, my husband Chris, and my son Brendan, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement to take risks and grow. This journey has been an adventure, and I'm so grateful to have you both by my side. To Ms. Stein and Ms. Young, thank you for your time, support, and belief in me. I wish Ms. Young all the very best in her new role. Ms. Stein, I look forward to continuing to learn from and work with you, alongside you as we help our hive grow stronger and support our bees in becoming their very best. I'm excited to continue this work in partnership with you all and support Franklin Park School with the same heart, dedication, and collaborative spirit that has guided me through my entire career. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else from the public with any items?
Seeing no one, I move that we close public comment.
So second.
Motion to close by Laurie, seconded by Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so public comment is now closed, and we are at the we end with good of the order. Jimmy, would you like to start? Anything for good of the order?
Nothing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Erica?
Nothing from me, and continue to enjoy your summer.
Thank you. Lori?
Just to reiterate my congratulations, Ms. Sikorsky. Looking forward to your career as vice principal, and again, wishing everyone a wonderful and safe summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Bill?
Yeah, I saw in the Franklin Reporter that we got a grant for literacy, I believe it was, and got a big piece of a grant that's going to advance one of the goals, and I think that's really important. The more grant writing that could be done at these times with the budget cuts that we face, I don't know where it's all going. I'm involved with the food bank, I'm involved with the YMCA, I'm involved with a lot of people who are really being affected by the budget cuts. And I think we really got to speak up about it as much as possible. This coming election is very, very important for the country, especially for our state. So we got to fight for what we believe. But it's congratulations on whoever wrote the grant. It was well done.
Thank you. Dennis?
Yes, with the class of 2025, I want to once again congratulate those who walked across the stage, and also as those who are about to enter their collegiate era next month. I wish them well. I wish them a speedy start, and proud of those, and those who are not entering the collegiate arena. Best wishes with their future endeavors. Nick also wanted me to congratulate Miles. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, Monroe. He is entering the University of Delaware and I guess playing football there. So we wish him well and represent Franklin well with his future endeavors. That's all I have.
Thank you. Nancy?
I forgot last month because I was focused on graduation and ending the school year, but the Educator of the Year breakfast, I wasn't there for that. And that was actually the first Educator of the Year breakfast I think that I've missed in 19 years of being on the board. So I appreciate every single teacher that we have and staff member and educational support professional. So I'm very sorry that I missed that. And to our students entering college and their next step in whatever that might be in life. I wish them success and happiness and looking forward to a healthy and happy school year.
Thank you. Walter?
No, I don't. Mrs. Sikorsky, congratulations. I know you're going to go over there and do great things. So congrats again on that. Just continue to look out for our neighbors. The weather has been pretty crazy lately, and we have some neighboring towns that's been getting hit pretty bad, and lives have been lost. So continue to, when you have the opportunity, to check on your neighbors, because we all need someone to look after us. So if you have a moment, pick up the phone, send a text, send an email, check on your neighbors. And for the class of 2025 who are embarking on the next journey of your life, continue to stay focused, continue to remember where you came from, and continue to, when it's all said and done, be able to look yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are. That's it.
Artemon, I'm sorry, I do have one thing that I missed.
Thank you, Walter.
I would like to give a shout out to Miss Kara Maris, who is a regional qualifier for the United States Track and Field Association National Junior Olympics. So if you see her in the grocery store, if you see her around, please give her a huge congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so since I get the last word, I want to begin by congratulating you, Ms. Sikorsky. Again, we go way back. It's a great achievement to see you grow and thrive. And I have about 6 months remaining on the board, and my mantra is going to be bold. And I leave you all with that. It's bold to give yourself grace, space, and set your own pace. It's bold to choose yourself, to choose healthy, to choose to pursue your dreams. Bold moves matter whether they are big or small. Give yourself grace for the learnings of your past. Give yourself space to grow into what is meant for you. Set a pace that makes sense for you. And what is one thing you can do today to show yourself grace? That's a question I leave with everyone, and I hope you have a great summer. Thank you, and meeting's adjourned.